Hi everyone, my name's Stephanie McShane. I am a 27-year-old teacher of junior kindergarten. I'm just finishing my 5th year of teaching this year, and I teach in a suburb of Illinois. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my own cultural identity and how I see myself as a cultural being. And at first, when I saw this, my mind went a little blank because, as many of you have pointed out, I grew up in a place that did not have a lot of diversity, and I felt like I kind of just blended in. And it was really awesome to have this assignment and really reflect on how I do have a cultural identity and kind of help me take ownership of it and see how it affects the way that I teach now in my own practice. First and foremost, maybe not foremost, but the first thing that came to mind was that my own heritage, my family's heritage. So we're from on both sides. My family comes from Ireland as well as Belgium, but we're Irish Catholic, and with the Irish Catholics, and all my cousins' family is something that's been really important to all of us. So I have a big family. I'm the oldest of 5. I have tons of cousins, and we do a lot of things with our families, and we really value it. So any birthdays, celebrations, holidays, we are often with our family and celebrating together. Irish people are also known to be a little bit of partiers, and my family is not quite an exception. So there's also a lot of just like joyful celebrations around things, and some fun parties. So I think that's kind of a part of our culture. My dad loves, saying that we're Irish, and really takes pride in it. So that definitely has influenced my own cultural being, my cultural identity. I'm also, like I said, I was raised Catholic, so I had values instilled from my parents about our faith growing up, which affected the way that I viewed the world, especially my own morals. We were taught about, abstinence, and we were taught about, how to take care of others, how to put others before ourselves, read to from the Bible. So I think all of these things really impacted my own cultural identity. And then later on, when I went to college and kind of got away from it and then came back to the church eventually, after college, I took it all. I've kind of internalized a lot of what I've learned and what I was taught, and have come to love the Catholic faith. And so personally, for me, a big part of my cultural identity is my faith is Catholicism. I attend church on a weekly basis, and I am really involved in my young adult ministry at my church, and it's just helped me, I think, live a lot more of a joyful and freeing life, and I think it really impacts the way that I interact with others, and especially with my students and their parents. It's helped me to come to value the dignity of every single person, no matter their background or their cultural identity or their customs or whatever it may be. I think it's made me more open-minded to just being loving and putting the love of others first, and that's something that's really important to me and impacts my teaching. Let's see. I also just when I went to college, I also had the wonderful opportunity to be with a more diverse community, and that has impacted my own sense of my culture, because I've experienced others from different cultures, cultural identities. One of my best friends, who I met knew in college, is gay, and I've learned a lot from her, and like getting to know her friends, and kind of just what she goes through on a daily basis. And learning, making friends who weren't Catholic, who are from different religions, different cultures, ethnicities, things like that really broadened my own scope of the meaning of culture. And like I said, having an open mind and welcoming open arms to learn about others' experiences and their senses of being. So yeah, all of these, like I said, they've impacted my teaching, because I it helps me to be aware that because I know my own cultural identity and I know what has impacted me and the traditions and the customs that my family has, that others may have completely different customs and cultures and traditions, but that they probably value them in the same way that I value my own. So to really look at others and my students and their families with respect and do my best to get to know and learn more about them. Thanks.